Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a good day. Everybody's feeling good. Right now, man, just got something to eat. I'm really about to take this ride. Today we will get into a conversation. Hold on. I want to talk about the new Granturismo, the Ferrari, and the ice-powered version. As you guys have seen, they did release more promo for the new Granturismo. And I know I'm actually a little bit late doing a video on it, but yeah. Today I want to talk about the new Granturismo, and I want to talk about a little bit of the comparisons. Some things I like, some things I don't like, and also the Ferrari version, the electric version of it. So we're gonna get into that today. I'm gonna hook the camera up in a minute to the arm so you guys can see where we're headed. And let you guys listen to the engine while we're driving. And, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty light day today. Ain't really running around too much, running any errands and nothing like that, so that's basically gonna be it. So let's get into it. Yeah, all right. Let's go. Let me know what you think about the about us either getting the Skyline or Vantage. Put it in the comment section what you think. Gran Turismo owners, Maserati owners, I know the Vantage doesn't sound like the Gran Turismo. Different. And that's really what this channel is about. Different stuff. Different cars. Cars you don't see every day. So put it in the comment section what you think about the Vantage. I did see the Vantage S in a convertible a few days ago. That car is a really, really nice sounding exhaust on it. And I saw a Skyline 2 days ago at a car show. The R32 GTR, and it was actually the same one on the vlog. So we're gonna, I'm really interested in both of those cars. The F-Type, you guys know, I can't really fit in that great. Sitting in this traffic for so much longer. I should not have said that. All right. You guys ever come out here? It's around this time of year. A lot of people like to come out here to pick pumpkins. Bring the kids out here, pick pumpkins in the fields. There's a bunch of pumpkins over here. So. some things I wanted to go over with the new Gran Turismo. Now, I am a fan of the design. Okay, I love the way the new Gran Turismo is shaped because it's reminiscent of the old one, and I'm glad they kept that shape because it traditionalizes it like a Ferrari kind of, you know what I mean, or yeah, well, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, you know, it stays within the same realm of the shape, right? I like the electric version because it's slightly different. The body kits on the electric, well, the trims on the electric version and the gas version. I do like the electric version slightly more, which is, I can't even actually believe I'm saying that, but I actually do like the electric version slightly more look-wise. Also, the video that I saw, the electric version, the gray one, which I believe was put out by Maserati, was actually sitting extremely low too. It looked like it had air suspension on it, which would allow it, I guess, to sit that low, you know. But it looked really, really good. I can definitely see having this Gran Turismo, and the electric one sitting next to it. I can see that. You know, especially when they're talking about the crazy horsepower numbers. I think it's 7 and change. No. Yeah, 7 and change or 1200 something. So I don't remember the exact horsepower numbers, but it's supposed to be crazy. Now, one thing I don't like about the new Gran Turismo, okay, I do not like how the headlights are the same as on the MC20. And I know that a lot of car brands, they take you know, they use parts on different cars. This is not the first car that they've done that with, not Maserati, but, you know, car brands specifically. But I just believe that, you know, the MC20, I think, is 2 years old already. To me, on the new Gran Turismo, they could have came with some new headlights, or, you know, or put it like this, right? You know how they usually do a facelifted version of a headlight? Like with Mercedes, you'll notice this, or something, or Audi, you'll notice this. You know what I mean? They do a facelifted version of the headlight. I think they did that with the Geely. That's what I believe they could have did with the Gran Turismo, with the facelifted headlights, because those headlights are already 2 years old. You know, on the MC20, like we've seen them so many times in the MC20, I could have appreciated, you know, the facelifted headlights that are probably going to eventually come out anyway, you know. But aside from that, I like the way the car looks. You know, I'm a fan. You know, I don't know if I can see myself buying the 6-cylinder version, especially with this one being an 8-cylinder, and it just sounds way better than most cars on the road, period. I don't know if I can see myself buying a 6-cylinder, unless it just has an insane, like, F1 type sound to it. I really don't see how you could beating this sound in this car. I don't know if it's even possible anymore with, you know, the way things are going. And I don't, because I don't really hear anything else that's coming out. And this car, I think this car came out in, what, 06, 05, 07, something like that. You know, and it's still really hard to beat the sound on this car. Think about how many cars have came out since then. You know what I mean? And even since 13, since they put the 4.7 engine in the Gran Turismo, think about how many cars came out since 2013. You know what I mean? There's a ton of cars, and there's not too many really on the street, man. There's really not too many cars I could say that, you know, sound-wise could keep up with this car, you know, especially stock. Good luck, you know what I mean? Good luck, you know, really, because you guys heard on the other vlog with the Skyline. I told you guys, and before I was in traffic with a Charger. Now, that wasn't a Scat Pack or a Hellcat. I believe that was just it's definitely a V8, but I believe it just had an exhaust on it, you know, so, stock-wise, it's very hard very hard to find anything that can compete, with a Gran Turismo exhaust. Now you want to go aftermarket, yeah, cool. Stock wise, good luck, like I said, but I do like the new Gran Turismo. I don't like that it's a 6-cylinder, but I am still curious to see what the exhaust sounds like. Now, what I do love about this new Gran Turismo, okay, what I love about this new Gran Turismo is this is the thing that I really, really love the most, and this is probably because I'm a Gran Turismo owner, most likely. They raised the price, okay? The price on the Gran Turismos, oh my goodness. Didn't they go up to 200,000, 230, something like that? Something, 190, 230, 200, something like that. So put it like this, right? After taxes and fees and everything, you're going to be in a Gran Turismo $200,000, right? Now, I'm going to tell you guys, especially if you own a Gran Turismo, why this is a good thing, okay? If these cars come out in limited numbers, okay? So let's say, not limited, but let's say they don't produce as many Gran Turismos, new ones, as they did old ones, okay? Which means that the used market, since there won't be such an abundance of them, okay, and hopefully they don't make as many Gran Turismos, 30,000 of them like they did this one, or 29, whatever it is. But let's just say like they kept it like the MC20, right? Limited, but you could still finagle your way into one, right? The price of, like, you guys see how the MC20s are trading on the used market. They're more than MSRP. Okay, so if they're bringing out a new Gran Turismo, and if you guys can follow me, just follow me for a second, because this happened with Corvette, okay, and it's happened a lot with Porsche, okay, and hopefully this happens with Maserati, okay. But so when the new Corvettes came out, the new C8, right? When the new C8 dropped, not even dropped, but right before it dropped, the hype was so crazy on the new C8, right? It started to draw attention to Corvettes, period. All right, now when the C8 dropped, okay, you started to see the old Corvettes climb up in price, okay? Especially given the fact that the Corvettes, they had all these chip problems, and everything was limited, and all this stuff like that. The fact that the Corvette, okay, was tweeted about, talked about so much, YouTube, Facebook, and everything, Corvette must have been thrown into the algorithm or something, you know what I mean? But you had more people seeing Corvette. You had Corvette more so being advertised to different people that wouldn't have seen it prior to the C8 coming out because of all the hype, okay? So what this did was it raised the price of Corvette slightly, okay? Even down to the oldest ones, okay? The oldest, most undesirable Corvettes, okay? What I think like the 93s, 94s in there, even the price on those jumped a little bit, you know what I mean? The same with Porsches. To me, Porsche really had their, started their rise probably after, like, with the Cayenne, 05, 06, 07 in there, with the Cayenne. And then to me, what really started to make Porsches hold their value, was them making limited cars, okay? And the cars like the GT3, okay? The GT3 RS. I remember when I saw that car first, okay? Porsche had never made anything like that I had seen. They had GT3 RSs, they had RS Porsches, as you guys know, but they didn't make anything like that. When you heard the sound of it, it sounded like a Raptor or something. It sounded crazy, but in those years, those are when, when they started making cars like that, limited cars that were, and I can't even say really sought after at that point, because Porsche wasn't really, it was known, you know what I mean, definitely, but it wasn't really like how it is now, right? A Porsche in like the early 2000s, they weren't really the sought after supercar, sports car that they are now. Like, you have Porsche fanatics, okay, but now I'm saying like a Porsche is looked at like, they hold their value extremely well if they don't appreciate, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like that before, you know what I mean? You really had to have something special, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it was going down, especially in those years, maybe if you had a 96, 97, you know what I mean, it would hold its value, but, again, you had to have something special. You know, now, you know, every Porsche holds its value, unless it's like a Cayenne or something, you know, and even those are starting to creep back up, you know. So, you know, hopefully this this will bring more attention. Even with the challenges, let me pop into this real quick. Even with the challenges, with the red eyes and the, you know, the Hellcat red eyes and the demons and all of these cars that they released that are limited, bring more of attention, okay, to the base model challenges or the sport model GTs, RTs. You know, they bring more attention to these. This is why you started to see some of these cars climb during COVID, right? Because the Hellcat, okay, the demons and all of these limited cars that they were dropping were bringing so much attention to the brand in itself that people that couldn't afford these cars, you know, the Hellcat, the Hellcat Red Eye, the Demon, and all that, the Superstar, you know, they just, you know, wanted a Challenger or the Charger. You know what I mean? So they end up getting a base model GT, or RT, or whatever have you, right? So I'm saying, hopefully, you know what I mean, I do see, you know, the Granturismo, this one, okay, going up in value because of this car, because of the new one. Especially if they don't release so many of them, okay. It actually comes out as a good car. You see it on the street. It gets pubbed. Now, if they did the right thing marketing wise, see, this is where Maserati has to mesh well with marketing. You know what I mean? This car, because this car to me is bigger than the MC20, okay. And this car is really gonna make or break Maserati's perception. You know what I mean? And it is. You don't see the MC20 like that in order for it to break. In order for it to be really influential on the street, you don't see it like that. You don't see MC20s like Lamborghinis and Ferraris. Like, you guys have seen the vlog. We're out in the land of the 1% right now. I've never seen an MC20 on the street out here. You know what I mean? So you don't see them like that. So the Gran Turismo, which will be more widely available and it's slightly cheaper. The only thing it'll be more available and slightly cheaper, and I'm assuming they'll make more units of it. So this car will be more of a representation than the MC20 will. You know what I mean? On the street. So, you know, a lot to me for them hinges on this car being successful, especially since they're changing up the Quattroporte. Okay, that's not going to be even the same car anymore. It's going to be a whole different length, right? So it's either going to be, you know, what's going to represent the brand on the street is the used ones, you know, and as far as the new ones, the Grecale's limited. You know what I mean? So you're not going to see those so much, and even the way you got to get it is kind of strange, but, you know, so you're not going to see a bunch of those. You already don't see them, and they're out, I think. You know, the Levants, I mean, you don't really see a ton of Levants. It's not like your Hondas, you know what I mean? I see more, you know, I would say you see Levants kind of the same you see G-Wagons, you know. So, you know, but it's a truck, you know. Maserati's known for cars, you know what I mean? So while the Levant does represent the brand well, you know, in terms of cars, in terms of what Maserati's known for, it's just like the Urus. The Urus, yeah, it represents Lamborghini, but that's not what a Lamborghini's known for. They're not known for trucks, you know. So once we see the new Gran Turismo on the street, this is really, to me, going to determine where Maserati is going to go as a brand in people's minds. You know, hopefully they make this car with a great sounding exhaust. I hope they took feedback from the MC20 and that exhaust did not do it. You know, it just wasn't good enough. You know, you can't go from this Gran Turismo crazy sounding exhaust to that MC20 exhaust. You know, so hopefully they listened. Hopefully, you know, they put something in there that makes it sound incredible like the old one. You know, and we'll see, you know, but, you know, I do like the way it looks. Design-wise, I like the way it looks. I really like the electric version. I'm more of a candidate for the electric version versus the 6-cylinder version. because I have the 8-cylinder, and I don't think you can really get any better sound-wise, especially if you're going 6. But I'm still curious to see what it is. If they want to put if they put an F1 sounding exhaust on there, or something maybe similar to what Porsche can do with a 6-cylinder. It would take a lot, but I might be able to tolerate, if it's an F1 sound, I might be able to tolerate that. Definitely straight pipe Mustang back there. But I definitely, am interested to see what this new GT's like, on the street in person. It does look bigger than this car. I think it looks like it sits a little higher, but I'm definitely curious to see it. I want to hear the exhaust on it. Hopefully, they got it right this time and not like the MC20. The Granturismo is known for being a great sounding car. I really hope they continue that legacy with this new one. I really hope they did. I'm curious to see this technology that comes with this car. I'm curious to see a lot about it. They've been real secretive. They've been real tight-lipped, but yeah, I like what I see so far. In the electric version, I'm kind of loving what I see so far. I'm really feeling the electric version. Now, I do think the Gran Turismo I still do favor the Alfieri design. Okay, so I still do love the Alfieri. I do think the Alfieri should have been the Gran Turismo. It could have been it. It'd be nice if they put the Alfieri out as some other, just as an Alfieri. You know what I mean? And not even doing the Gran Turismo. Just do a shorter base. Alfieri. A limited number car. Something like that. It should have been the Gran Turismo, but it's not. And that car, that was a really beautiful design. That was a beautiful design of a car. It still looks, that design is old and still looks futuristic. So, I love the Alfieri. It's too bad we probably won't ever see it. But the new Gran Turismo is not a bad replacement design-wise. I do like it. They did stay traditional, so I can't knock the car. So yeah, I'm curious to see what they're gonna do next. I'm curious to see what the Trofeo version is gonna look like. What they're gonna sound like. They're not doing a Gran Turismo MC, which I'm definitely disappointed on, because it would have been nice to see the center exhaust, on that car. But you don't really need it, I guess, since you're doing an electric version. An electric version is just gonna blow the gas version, blow the doors with the gas version. So, I guess you don't need an MC, but it just would have been nice to see one. But the Fagari, I think that's the one. The gas one, cool, but I think the Fagari, I think the electric one is the one. I think that's the one. If I was going to get another Gran Turismo, if I was going to get another Maserati, it'd probably be that. Yeah, I like the Fagari. If you guys like the electric one, put it in the comments. If you guys like the gas-powered one, more, put it in the comments, because they do have two different looks, a little bit, slightly. So, if you guys are Gran Turismo owners or Maserati owners, put it in the comment section below. If you're a Maserati owner and you can see yourself buying the new electric one, and also keeping your old one, like me, put it in the comment section. Just put it in the comment section whatever you think about the electric one or the new ice-powered one. Like I said, it's going to be interesting to see these cars on the street, especially, if an old one pulls up, because everybody in the Gran Turismo that has a current Gran Turismo, when they see the new one on the street, they're going to try to troll it. Just because they know that it has a 6-cylinder, they're gonna try to troll it. You know, I would. You know, just to have fun. You know, but the electric version, I think. You know, I'm not a fan of Teslas like that. You know, the new Mercedes electric cars, I don't really like. You know, I like the G-Wagon they're coming out with. That's supposed to be electric. It looks cool, but I know this one. This bird just landed on the hood, on the roof of this car. Wow. Alright guys, so this is gonna be the end of this video. Hit that like, share, subscribe button, hit the notification bell for me. Join the VSO Club. I'm gonna check you guys in the next video. Alright, I'm out.